Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. I must apologise that I never got round to reacting to the recent live stream, but it was probably a good thing that I didn't react to it, because at the time I wasn't happy. I'm still not really that happy, really. It was lame, I thought, stuff we've seen before, again and again. I missed the actual live stream when it happened live, but my mate Daniel Chart, a name I can't stop mentioning on this channel, he sent me as ever images on WhatsApp. So I'm going to show you what I saw, because I didn't see the live stream. I just opened my phone and I scrolled down to the screenshots that he had taken, almost in chronological order, I think. The first thing was Luke. Oh, additionally, I will intersplice some high-res images here. Thank you to John Miko from the he's not even SWTVC, the Star Wars Vintage Collection Facebook group, although there were loads of Facebook groups for Star Wars Vintage Collection, but he is in the biggest one, the US one, 20,000 plus. So it was Luke, and I never got my head around why we're getting this, because as far as I'm concerned, that's a new figure, very recent. It was around the pandemic, kind of post-pandemic era, we got that one, and I don't understand, was it because there was a shortage of them for a certain area of the world? But anyway, it's exactly the same as we've got before, except apparently they've moved the warning to the bottom of the card. So, as more Mike Daniels said, they're slippery because now you're going to want to buy it again if you're a card collector. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Now, this is a love-hate one, this Rex. Because when they first said they were going to do another Bad Batch Rex, I was fuming. I was scratching my head. I was like, why are we getting another Bad Batch Rex? What you need to do, Hasbro, is give us a definitive looking Rex for Clone Wars, because as you all know, we got that terrible Black Series repack one, which was the 3.75 TIE Fighter pilot cardback blue Captain Rex. And that's a lovely cardback with his wrists crossed, interlocked, or whatever, his forearms. So when they said they were going to do a definitive one, which they are more than able to, we've seen a number of different clones recently with that beautiful head that can be transferred to a definitive Rex, like Colt and such like. They said, well, when Emily or whoever said it was going to be a Bad Batch, I was like, what? The Bad Batch one that already exists is sufficient, is it not? Because he has a certain hairstyle in the Bad Batch that I remember. I don't know. And he's got that kind of bouffant hair. So the deal is that they are giving us another Rex, which looks to me absolutely phenomenal. Can I just firstly say that this is, definitive. I love the Captain Fordo figure from yesteryear. This is going to be just like that. Look at it, with soft goods poncho thing, and the head looks right now. The short, scalped, dyed blonde hair thing, whatever. But my only gripe is that it's on a Bad Batch badge. However, I have to say, hats off whoever chose that cardback image. That really does kick ass. That's a really, really good image. And I remember talking to Daniel about it. I was like, well, why didn't they put it on a Clone Wars card? And he was saying, well, people would kick off if they put it on the same card as last time. And I was like, well, they don't have to. He looks like a Clone Wars Rex. It is a Clone Wars Rex. I don't doubt the Bad Batch continues at the very end of Revenge of the Sith, which is the end of the Clone Wars. But really, they could have given you an alternative image. For example, there are 2 cardbacks for Ahsoka now in the Clone Wars. You've got that original green one, and then you've got the newer one that matches Season 7 and the battles with Darth Maul. So I thought they could have done another Rex like that, but they're not. Then after that, it's just more of the same. I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of seeing Mandalorians now. I don't doubt this next one is decent because they have sorted that terrible oversized helmet that they did for Axe's Woves. I keep calling them Axes. It's Axe Woves, isn't it? So, yeah, they've done that. So I don't know if I'll be getting this guy loose, if you want to know. But, you're going to get an alternative now for Axe. And then you've got this other fella. I don't particularly like that figure as much. I prefer shinier armor as opposed to painted. It looks like it's painted kind of white. It's a new character though, but it's going to be the same sculpt mold for a clone, so it's not really that new, is it? A lot of the people who've been grizzling about this online have been saying the fact that out of all the stuff they showed, there's very little that's new. A lot of people have sort of rallied to the defense and said, well, hang on, you know, it's early in the year. It's very early in the year. But if you want to know my opinion, which people probably waited to hear what I thought about it, I wasn't that impressed. I just thought, you know, it's more of the same. Nothing felt new about this live stream when they revealed stuff. Brings me on to the Mandalorian figure now. It is ironic that it feels like we have had this time and time again, but this is the first time you are going to get this figure released in a normal wave. I thought we'd already had him with the N1 Starfighter. Well, let me start that again. We did get this figure pretty much with the N1 Starfighter. However, not many or not everybody bought that vehicle to get that car back if they don't collect vehicles or they didn't want to spend that extra money. So now you can get the soft goods Mandalorian with this car back. And I dare say, as an alternative car back, it's nice. I'm a carded collector as well as a loose figure collector, so I'm always intrigued by the quality of images, just like that Bad Batch Rex. That's kind of almost maybe like that, the fact that it's a Bad Batch badge. But so there's that. And what else? There's also a new Grogu card back. I like that. I like that image of Grogu. I don't know what all those accessories are. You've got him with a beach ball, it looks. I don't know. And also, speaking of great looking card backs, this new Chopper and Sabine Wren. Now, here's the irony of those. Look at the Chopper. Look how much they fitted into the bubble. Now, I might do this in a separate video, but I'm getting a little bit sick and tired of the Deluxe series, whatever you want to call that. Don't like it. Too expensive. All you got to do is look back to the Rise of Skywalker with that Sith Trooper with the accessories. And hell, look at this Chopper. He's got 2 Lothcats in there, you know? That is for a separate video. That's the main problem I had with the new Django Deluxe, which I have refused to buy, by the way. I'm not buying that. And even with this new, I'm sort of bouncing around now. Let's talk about some pipelines that they revealed. Here are all of them. And I have to admit that after Daniel sent me all these messages, I did go on to Hasbro Pulse to watch the live stream. And I have to say that pipeline reveals are better when you watch them, because one after the next they reveal them. But I wasn't happy with all of them. For example, the first one is an Amazon thing, which always gets me very nervous for those droids. Amazon and TVC has always been a match made in hell. And then you've got a new HK87. Again, it's something we've had before, but I don't doubt it'll be a little bit different. I'm surprised they haven't given us one of those for the Mandalorian yet. I think this is another one for Ahsoka. We've already got the red one from Ahsoka, reddish coloured, but they were in Mando Season 2 as well, weren't they? And then you've got, yes, finally a Dark Trooper. That was quite good. As a carded collector again, just speaking for myself there, to see that beautiful figure on a card back would be lovely. And in the image, I can't wait to see what they would choose. Another Ahsoka, but this is Ahsoka the White. And then you've got another Mandalorian here. Well, this is ridiculous. That's just a Mandalorian with an alternative backpack. That's from the Season 3 finale when he put on one of those troopers that were with Moff Gideon. Bo-Katan, again, an easy thing for them to do. Just they're going to head swap or change their head so she's got the longer hair if you desperately want a Bo-Katan. And this is the thing. You see, this is what really annoyed me. They're like tone deaf. Are they not watching? Or although they would argue they are, but it's almost like they're not watching things like the top 25 March Madness votes and other things, because they aren't off stretching this out. They could be giving us a lot more newer options than we're getting. This is all old, and I think all the lines suffer from that, you know what I mean? It's almost like we're getting magged off, mate. We're getting magged off. It's ridiculous. And what is new is something I might not even buy this Hasbro if you're watching, if you really care what I say or do with your stuff. But this Cobb Vanth being in a deluxe, I ain't going to buy it, because you're obviously going to put it into a on a TVC card eventually. But I just think, why would it be deluxe? Any accessories that you'd need for Cobb Vanth could all be put into a bubble. You could have removable armor, poncho or something. I really don't know. I don't know now. But a deluxe Cobb Vanth. Anyway, well, that's that. I don't know if I'm going to go on any further, ladies and gentlemen. I might talk a bit further about the retro collection in another video, but here are some retros that they announced. A bit surprised that it wasn't just a pure wave of Attack of the Clones. It's like a mixed wave of Attack and Revenge. And I think that is everything that got announced. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Do let me know your thoughts about the live stream, and I do apologise for the lateness of this video, but it was just circumstances, a few things with work, It was my birthday on Monday, so thank you for people who left me messages there. The live stream happened on the Tuesday. I had BT round, problems with my internet, and I just thought, you know what, I'm sitting on this one and I'll put a video out eventually. So here we are now. Thank you for listening to my opinion, and your opinion is also of interest to me, so do leave that in the comments below. This has been Only One Kenobi, Only One. Out.